Most high-ticket coaches and aspiring growth operators are trapped in volume delusion. They think the reason they aren't signing 5K, 10K, 30K deals is lack of activity. They've been fed this lie by the mainstream guru world that business is a brute force numbers game. So they are sending hundreds of generic DMs per day, they're using the same templates like everyone else is using, and they are wondering why they are being left on road by the very people they want to help. And here's the hard truth. If you're a coach or growth operator, you aren't selling a service. You're asking for a seat at the table. You're essentially asking a founder to let you inside their house, to touch their systems, their lead flow, and the revenue that sustains their family. So if you look like a random stranger shouting from the sidewalk, they will never let you in the front door. So mostly you're not failing because of your offer. You're failing because of your digital presence, which is giving off low-level signals while you're trying to play high-end game. So in this video, I'm going to break down the two-part system we use to bypass the noise and install you as a trusted authority. First, we'll look at the character calibration, so the visual and psychological audit that determines whether a founder even opens your message. Then I'm going to teach you the compound link method, so a networking strategy that lets you skip the cold outreach grind and leverage proximity to sign high-ticket deals. My name is Wojciech Dąbrowski. I help high-ticket coaches, consultants, and growth operators build the back-end selling systems and one-to-many structures needed to scale predictably to 6-7 figure months. And I don't operate on theory. I build these systems for real businesses, managing the sales execution and the infrastructure that turns cold traffic into high-ticket clients, and I use these systems to scale one of my agencies from 0 to 50K per month in profit. So here I am to share with you these lessons. So let's dive into it. So let's start with the character calibration. What does it mean? Think about a high-end hotel. Before you even speak to the concierge, the marble floors and the lighting have already told you that this place is expensive. You don't argue about the price because the character of the building has already done the selling. As a coach or growth operator, your Instagram and LinkedIn, YouTube are your digital lobby in this context. So if this lobby looks cheap, the founder you're trying to get as a client assumes the service is cheap and low level. So the standard, especially for growth operators, should look like this. First of all, the proximity profile. So your profile needs to look like it belongs in a boardroom, not a bedroom. And also, if you're a coach or consultant, I want to see you in your element, speaking, leading, or in a high-status environment. No random selfies, no faraway shots where you're a tiny dot in a lightscape. If I can't look in the eye through the screen, I don't trust you. That's how it works. The second thing that's required to close high-ticket clients nowadays is the blue check mark. I would say it's like the social tax. This is for now on, I don't know, $17 per month for Instagram Premium. It's the smallest investment with the highest return on investment. It's the signal that you're a verified player in the digital economy. In the world of bots and scammers, the checkmark is a trust filter that high-level founders look for before they even read your bio. The third thing, the identity bio. So remove the I help X, do I template. Every SMMA kit uses that, and high-ticket founders find it exhausting. Use a positioning statement instead. For example, growth operator of 7-figure info businesses, or strategic advisor to high-ticket coaches. State the standard you operate at, not just the single service you provide. And the next, the authority grid. So stop posting random how-to tips on your main feed. Use high-quality shots of you at masterminds, traveling for business, or sitting on high-level strategy sessions. You need to look like the person your ideal client expects to hire. So the high standards. Because I get so many DMs on a daily basis, I know that a lot of people do outreach without implementing the simple things that actually can increase your reply rate, open rate, close rate, booking rate, everything. So please start with these 4 things, and that will be the great start to actually start getting responses. And now I will tell you a little bit about the high-level proximity audit, because I learned this the hard way. Early in my career, I spent a lot of money on my education. I mean, like marketing, sales, business, a lot of stuff. I was reading books about business, about scaling businesses like a crazy. I read over 100 books in the period of few years. Almost 1-2 books per week on some periods of time. And I realized even though I'm scaling, I'm making more money, I'm hiring more people, there's something lacking here. And I felt so lonely in this journey. I realized that my friends that I used to go to school with, they are not my friends anymore. I don't have any topics to speak with them about. And I know how it feels for you as a founder, coach on a high level, that you don't have many friends actually. So I spent a significant amount of money, not on a course, because I spent a lot of money on courses before, but on a proximity ticket. I paid to be in a room where the minimum buy-in was a 6-figure per month business. And I didn't go there to pitch. I pitched no one actually. I went there to calibrate. I wanted to see how these founders talked, how they dressed, and what their real problems were. And within 2 days, I realized that these people don't hire from ads, they hire from proximity. So by simply being in that room, my character was pre-validated. I wasn't elite, I was a peer. This is the shift you need to make. And I can stress this enough, how further in the journey I would be if I would go to the proximity events sooner. Because I used to be alone for a long period of time, actually a few years, just grinding in my flat, scaling my e-commerce business in the beginning. So I know how this feels. So being faster at these events would make me much more money. Even though some people say I'm successful, I still see myself as someone small because there's so much to do and there are levels that I want to reach. So obviously, this is never-ending story. So let me tell you about the compound link method, because that's what actually gets you deals. Most people think of a networking as a straight line. So me, client, and that's slow and fragile. A compound link is like a chain link fence. It's an interconnected web where every person you know is a bridge to someone more powerful. So how to execute on this strategy in practice if you want to get more high-ticket deals, more high-value clients? So everyone, I'm saying everyone, has a circle of 50. These aren't your clients now, but these are your link partners, your former colleagues, the consultant you met last year, even your accountant. He knows some businesses. And then the contextual bridge. Instead of cold pitching the founder, you should find a mutual connection. For example, hey Mike, I see you are connected with target ICP, so someone you want to work with, and I've been looking at their backend, or you're saying things related to your offer. I think I have a system that could solve their churn problem, or different problem based on your context. Would you be open to introducing this? Easy thing to do. Then the proximity loop. Once you get the high-ticket partner, you don't work for them. You become their growth partner. You go through their network. Who else in your mastermind is struggling with their sales team? I would love to show them the framework we installed for you. I'm not saying these specific templates are used for DMs. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you the mechanism you should use if you want to get so much deals without doing cold outreach. And then you go into the referral arbitrage. So offer your link partners a strategic referral fee. So if they bridge you a 50K client, they get a piece. For example, 5-10%, depending on your ticket size. Now you have a fleet of high-level connectors doing your outreach for you while you're focused on running your business and helping your clients. So I know that for some of you that haven't gone to these networking events, it seems that the high-ticket industry is so corrupt. But it's corrupt in the best way possible. It's built on a who before the how. So if you want to scale to 6-figure months, you have to stop acting like a solicitor and start acting like a partner who's already in the loop. This is exactly why we don't believe in one-size-fits-all coaching. Every business has a different structural bottleneck. For some of the coaches I work with, the bottleneck is infrastructure because they have leads, but their delivery is breaking. In those cases, we come in and build one-to-many systems, so the webinar funnels and the automate selling systems done for you. For growth operators who have the skill but can't find the partners, or for coaches who have already the team and they don't want to outsource their marketing and sales, I work more as a strategic advisor and consultant. I help them recalibrate their expert character and install the best infrastructure so they can start signing new deals on autopilot. I don't have any course. We look individually on the architecture of your business and provide you the exact information which pillar is missing, whether that's the sales execution, backend systems, or high-level positioning in your case. So if you're a coach, consultant, or growth operator, and you feel like you're doing all of the right things, but you're still getting ignored, it's likely a positioning or proximity gap. Depending on your stage, there are a few ways I can help you solve this. For some, we do the heavy lifting and build the systems for you. For others, I help you or your team optimize the strategy through consulting. If you want to see how to bridge the gap in your own business, check the links in the description and let's see if we are a good fit to work together. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach me on Instagram. Also, the link is provided in the description. And because you're watching up to this point, I truly believe you want to scale your business, I will give you additional story. Like the real world example. I attended a closed door event for 7-8-figure funders. I wasn't a speaker. I wasn't a sponsor. I was just a guest. I didn't walk around handing handing out business cards. I sat at the bar, listened to their complaints about their closers and their leaky funnels. And I just asked one question: what happens to your business if that bottleneck isn't fixed by the end of the night? 3 of them asked for my number. I didn't pitch. I positioned. I looked the part. I spoke the language of true growth operator on a high level. And I leveraged the proximity of the room. Honestly, that one night was worth more than 10,000 cold DMs. So if you remember one thing from this video, the market doesn't pay for effort. It pays for certainty. A founder will pay you 20K per month if they are certain that you can scale them or help them solve specific problem. They are never certain about someone who looks unprofessional or feels like a stranger. So stop being a service provider who's begging for work. Start being a growth operator who's building a character and the network that makes success inevitable. So build the digital lobby, master the compound link, and stop playing the volume game, which is honestly very stupid. So if you're ready to stop the outreach grind and start engineering your growth, click the link below to see how we can potentially work together. We will look at your positioning, your backend, and your current network to see where the real leverage is in your specific situation. If you have any questions about the compound link method, shoot me a DM on Instagram, link in the description. And by the way, I highly recommend you to check the video when I was interviewed by Jordan Belfort's marketer. Yes, the Wolf of Wall Street. You can see that on the screen here. In this video, you'll learn about marketing systems, sales strategies, and mindset frameworks that I used to scale my business from 0 to 50K per month in 6 months. And obviously, comment, subscribe. I will throw more beggars about scaling your info business to 6-figure months. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.